Audio check.
Test.
Ready? Let's go.
Ready for a new era.
Of racing in the Middle East.
6 rounds of competition.
More excitement.
Let out into the new season.
We are the first generation.
Ready to get started.
We are
The Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East.
Hello and welcome everybody. It's time for round 3 of the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East. It's blue skies, it's sunshine and perfect conditions for racing, and we're looking forward to the 5th race of the season, and I'm happy to have with me Robert Lechner, the head and promoter, and a young man racing for the Saudi racing team, Saud Al Saud, and yes, we want to welcome everybody around the world. Perfect conditions, and Robert, we have to mention it. It was the start in a new era. What began like a little baby 14 years ago is grown up, is a Carrera Cup now. What does it mean for you as a promoter to have, well, that predicate in the one-make world, to have a Carrera Cup in this region?
So hi Eric, hi everyone. It really means a lot to us as a championship organizer. We first came to the region back in 2005 as a Super Cup team to the Kingdom of Bahrain, and being here now in 2024, so basically season 15 of this series, what started as a GT3 Cup Challenge, then became a Sprint Challenge, and now being promoted to a Carrera Cup really is amazing. One of 12 in the world. It shows like the good work, and basically also.
And now we have to step a little to the side because we see beautiful Porsches. It's an event together with Porsche Dubai, so it seems like we have a magnet here for all the Porsche lovers, and we're really expecting a lot of spectators.
So you see it's all live here. And definitely we're teaming up with Porsche Middle East and Africa and the local Porsche importer Al Nabuda, so it's great because they bring what we need. They bring the audience, they bring beautiful road cars from Porsche. We have the racing drivers, just like this big talent next to us, our rookie champion from last year. I think he soon needs to get changed for the race.
Absolutely. So Saud Al Saud, he said it. It's important for him to have a Carrera Cup. It's something special. Only 12 championships like this all over the world. What does it mean to you? First, to represent your country in the championship, and what does it mean to the region to have that?
First of all, I really want to thank the Ministry of Sports, Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki, and the Saudi Motorsports Federation, Prince Khalid bin Sultan, for organizing this national team for us. You know, 2 years ago we were in karting and in local karting, and now I'm competing against Europeans in GT3, and they're all pro. So thank you also the Lechners for giving us this spectacular opportunity for us to experience and for us to gain more seat time and exposure as well. So now I'm getting up to pace. Last year, like you mentioned, I was the rookie champion, and this year I'm even getting better. So I hope I could reach the pro level, and we'll see where we can go.
And how is it developing motorsports in the region? Is there some kind of feedback or the appeal of the championship in Saudi?
So like you see, motorsports in Saudi Arabia is booming, and also in Middle East. We have Formula 1, we have Dakar, Formula E, you know, for Extreme E. So all these mega sport events in Saudi Arabia giving more exposure, and for us to be a part of it as racing drivers and to be like a role model for the future generation, it's really amazing. And again, the people I mentioned, they all did this for us, and we need to show what we can do for them.
So good luck for the race. Thank you very much. You have to change clothes. So good luck for the race, Saud Al Saud. And well, we see a flat 6. Thank you. And we see for sure a flat 6 and not what he said, Formula E and Extreme E. But let's talk about the level of competition here. I think we have to mention that it's really a high-class level, and the development of the championship is so intense.
Absolutely, we have great drivers, we have great teams, so this in combination is so important. We have 3 different categories, like our pro drivers, our pro AM drivers, and our AM drivers. This is the only category where the drivers are allowed to use ABS and traction control. For me and also for my brother, the whole team around us, most important is everyone stays safe. So yes, we hope for exciting racing. Yes, we hope to see some exciting battles going on. We have the rookie championship, the rookie champion from Germany leading the championship here right now, Theo Overhouse. So I expect a good race later on, and let's hope and see. And most important, people are safe because there's another race tomorrow.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the race, and while Robert and myself, we are doing our way now to the commentary booth. We want to show you the start of the season, kicking off the first Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East event. It was the beginning of November, and we were in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Enjoy.
It is a special success story. A story that began 14 years ago in the Kingdom of Bahrain. And it is the story of Lechner Racing and Porsche in the Middle East. What started as a GT3 Cup challenge gained momentum year after year and has now taken the next big step.
After 14 years being now swapped over to a Porsche Carrera Cup in the region, one of 12 out of the world, makes us for sure very proud. So looking forward to a new chapter in racing in the Middle East with being the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East.
We're very proud of Lechner Racing, everything that they've done over the years. Now with Walter and Robert, you see the passion, the commitment to the brand and to Porsche, and I think it's very exciting, and that's why I joined. I wanted to support them and also enjoy myself.
Everybody enjoys it, and that's one of the things, this sportsmanship that is available and the respect between us. Everybody enjoys, have fun, and this is the beauty about our championship here.
And exactly where it all began, the start of a new era should now take place on the Bahrain International Circuit. An international grid of 8 nations got ready to make history. And with extensive test days on the 5.412-kilometer-long Formula One track, everyone had the chance to prepare intensively for the race weekend.
You simply have to look at these cars and say to yourself, I want to be in one of those cars. They're fabulous to drive. On a track like Bahrain, it's fantastic.
The track was amazing. It's for sure my new favorite track.
The track in Sakhir, which opened in 2004, and where for years the Formula One World Championship has started its season, is of course the perfect venue to host the debut race weekend of the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East. And with a bunch of young talents who want to sharpen their skills in this championship.
The top guys, this is the level we are expecting also to see when we go to maybe Super Cup. They could all be up there in the Super Cup and fighting for overall podium. So these are the guys that are going to be the future. So they are very young up front here, and they are all very keen to be the next champion.
Future champions and future Porsche factory drivers, that is the target of the young guns. And so the joint race weekend between the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East and the FIA World Endurance Championship was of course something unforgettable.
It was amazing. We went inside, we saw the WEC hypercar, and seeing behind the scenes is amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to be in this environment, to see what you're aiming for, what your goals in your career.
These are the best cars in the world besides F1, and they are all the good drivers, and it has to be a goal if you want to be a works driver.
And so, on Friday evening, the first starting grid in the history of the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East took place in front of the WEC backdrop. Under the floodlights of the fascinating racetrack, it was now time to start a new chapter.
The One Make series for us is one of the most important parts of Porsche Motorsport, and here in Middle East, thanks to the Lechner brothers, if you look here, I mean, that's outstanding for us. It makes us in some way proud that we also here have a really top-level Carrera Cup.
So close before the first race start ever. For sure it's a goosebumps moment for me, for the whole team, and we're so proud to have a local championship for so many years now. And yeah, big thanks and big shout out to everyone who is supporting us and making this possible.
16 brand new Porsche GT3 Cup cars started the first race in the history of the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East. And in the replay of the start, you can see that pole setter Robert de Haan jumped a little too early. The lightning-fast Dutchman finished the race instead of winning in third position. The beneficiary was Theo Overhouse, who prevailed in an exciting duel against Colin Bernighausen.
I'm obviously very happy to win the first Carrera Cup Middle East race ever, so I'm looking forward to do a good job today again, starting from pole position.
Race 2 on Saturday saw the young German in P1 on the grid, while Sheikh Jabba Al Khalifa marked the end of the 16-car strong field. And Robert de Haan, who wanted to correct his mistake from the evening before, took the lead after the start and was supposed to maintain it over the 12 laps in a hard battle with Overhouse.
Yesterday we had a mistake, but that's okay. Today we had a nice win again, starting P2 and waited for the good moment, and then, well, found the gap, found the moment, and yeah, brought the car home in P1, so very happy with that.
And while de Haan took his first overall win in the pro category, Jabba Al Khalifa was happy about the AM class victory. Ahmad Al-Shahab from Kuwait and Bashar Madini took their first wins in the Pro-Am class. And also, Saudi Racing and Team GP Elite had reasons to celebrate. A competitive and memorial race weekend came to a worthy finish. The Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East had successfully completed its kickoff and is already looking forward to its second race weekend from December 15th to the 16th, when the championship returns to the Kingdom of Bahrain.
And so we are here in the commentary booth and say one more time, welcome. And we have the perfect conditions for racing here. We are at the Autodrome of Dubai. It's 21 degrees Celsius. We're looking forward to great racing this afternoon here in the UAE, and next to me, of course, it's again Robert Lechner, and we're seeing the starting grid. Wonderful images. We see the pole setter in the yellow and red car. It's the leader in the championship, the young man from Germany, Theo Overhouse. And here we are. Welcome everybody all over the world where you're watching us. Great to have you back here. And yeah, Robert, we're looking forward to another action-packed race that we've already seen so much action during the first 4 races so far.
Yeah, thank you, Eric, and thank you for having me. And a big welcome also to everyone on the grid here for round 3 of the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East. It's so good to see that many excited Porsche fans coming to join us here in Dubai. Thanks to the great partnership with Porsche Middle East and Africa and local Porsche importer Al Nabuda. So thanks for bringing all your friends, your guests. Seeing so many kids is also special on a grid. So please enjoy the atmosphere. Well, we will talk about the starting grid really. So we saw qualifying today, and definitely it's all ready and prepared. Let's say all ready and set for hopefully an exciting race, which will kick off in the next, what's the time now?
15 minutes.
Yeah.
We have 16 minutes, so we have enough time to introduce a little bit the drivers and the cars on the grid. We see Colin Bernighausen in second position, also a young man from Germany in his GT3 Cup car in the white and orange colors. This is the man who was with us in the beginning, Saud Al-Saud, who is on pole position in the Pro-Am class. So he did a quite amazing job. A man from Australia, Jackson Walls, who was second in the Porsche Carrera Cup Australia last season. He's on third position, also a great qualifying from him. And this is another young man from Germany, 16 years old, Janis Dierk on fourth position, also fighting for the title in the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East, Robert. And I think what we can already say is that we have so many gifted, talented young guns in the field, which for sure make the niveau, the level of the championship so high?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw it not just here, we also saw it at the previous 2 rounds, especially when you have seen Jannes Dirk before, a 16-year-old only. He will turn 17 in March. He was leading his first race last time in Bahrain. We have here a very fast man from Kuwait City, Ahmed Al-Shehab, who was second in the German Pro-Am Carrera Cup. He's now leading our Pro-Am standing here in our Carrera Cup Middle East. So it's a good mixture of having drivers from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, like Khalid Al-Ahmadi in the number 23 car, who was a former GT4 champion here for us in the Porsche Sprint Challenge 2 years ago. But also for him, he's a good example how local drivers can step up from the GT4 car, now being in a GT3 car for his official Saudi racing team, a team that is led by Paul Spooner, a very experienced man and team manager. Here we go to another very experienced and successful team in the number 5 car, Team GP Elite from the Netherlands, multiple championship winning team. They've been partnering up with us here since 2018. So seeing Soren Sprang, he actually is the Carrera Cup champion in the Pro-Am category in Germany. So you see a lot of talent, a lot of variation, and everybody is enjoying the atmosphere, the professional organization. So Soren says hi. So obviously we wish good luck to everyone in this race. For us as a championship promoter and organizer, so for everyone at Lechner Racing, it's most important that we all stay safe. Of course we want to see an exciting race, Eric, but it's super important that we keep it on the track, that we see a fair race, and ideally may the fastest guy win at the end.
And we have, you mentioned it, 3 different classes in that race. So we have the Pro class with mainly the rookies that are fighting for the title overall. We have the Pro-Am class and we have the AM class. So this is something that remained when looking back to the times when we were racing in the Porsche Sprint Challenge Middle East. So how important was that for the championship to still have these 3 categories?
I mean, it's very important because basically you see Leo Willert here in the 63 car, the man on pole position in the AM category. And that's a very good example because Leo also was a GT4 champion. He's racing in Central Europe, coming from Vienna. And he started racing in a GT4 car, but the brand new 992 GT3 Cup car is a racing car that also allows ABS and traction control. So basically in the AM category, that's the only category where drivers are allowed to use ABS and traction control. It's not an obligation, so it's a decision that you can make for yourself. But definitely it helps to transfer from a GT4 car, from a club sport car into a real racing car. For example, Sebastian Gorga, who is joining us, coming from the Porsche racing experience. He started racing with us just 2 rounds back in Bahrain. It's great to see like new guys joining and taking this opportunity.
Here we have again Khaled Al-Ahmadi, the teammate of Saud Al-Saud. He also had a great qualifying. He's on 3rd position in the Pro-Am class next to Søren Sprang. Here we have the field getting ready for the formation lap.
Yeah, all the fans and all the visitors, they need to leave the grid now. So thank you for your discipline. It's great to all have you on the grid. It's great to be close to the cars and the drivers, but it's also important to get in a safe position now or find yourself a good spot to watch the race.
Here again, this is Jannes Dirk, who definitely wants to climb a bit further in the ranking, wants his place on the podium. He's 4th after qualifying. And as we see the pole setter here with Theo Overhouse, we had a little chat with him after qualifying. For sure he was happy, and let's hear what he said in our microphone this morning. Theo, congratulations, another pole position. Bring us a little bit through the session. I mean, you were all waiting quite a while before you set your first time.
Yeah, we waited that the track is clean from the desert, and then at the end we set it our time with the fresh tires. And for me it was looking quite good after the first lap, so it was already pole, but the second lap was even faster, and for first time of the weekend I was going below 2 minutes, and the whole team is very happy about that.
And what we could see was that it was like a train. You came all together, 4 cars, all able to do maybe pole position. How was it to see Colin, Jackson and the rest behind you and Janis Diak? Did you think, wow, what are they doing?
To be honest, I do not care what they are doing behind me. I was just looking that I have a free track in front of me, and that was what I had. So I don't look in the mirror what's happening behind me. I don't know why they were behind me, but yeah, it's okay for me. No problem.
And now, how much are you looking forward to the race? I mean, of course, the start will be the crucial thing. And are you looking forward to maybe another controlled victory today?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I can get a good standing start and then hopefully control the race at the front.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
So the young man from Germany, already 3 victories in this season, 3 out of 4. And also on the fourth one, he was on the podium. So he's leading in the championship. We are on the grid. We see everybody is preparing for the formation lap. It's Colin Böninghausen and Janis Diak in 4th. And it seems, Robert, that the young man from Germany who's on pole position, that of course after 3 victories so far, he has the self-confidence to go into a race with the clear target, with a clear, let's say the clear plan to win that race.
Yeah, always. Every driver wants to win a race and every driver wants to basically achieve the maximum. Definitely Theo has the experience and the confidence. So let's wait what happens at the start. So most important is to get the start right. These cars, you know, you need to start by clutch. So you still need to basically control getting off the line with your left foot, finding the right peak point on the clutch, make sure the car is not moving. That's very important because you don't want to have a false start or even a wrong start. There's a difference in terms of if you perform a car that's wrongly performed in the grid box, then it's like a false start. But if you really drive off the line and disappear before the lights are out, then it's basically a jump start. And both will be penalized by the stewards later. We have a very experienced race director named Chris Norman. We have Sascha Maaßen here with us again, our DSA, our driver standard advisor. So lots of experience in race control together with our clerk of the course, chairman of the stewards and another couple of stewards. So definitely they will be watching and monitoring the start very carefully. So for the drivers, I have been a driver myself many years back. This is for sure the moment where the adrenaline and basically the excitement is super high. And you need to focus and get all the concentration into getting it off the line. But first we will see another installation lap where you need to warm up your tires. You need to make sure that you get like as much grip as possible, especially into your rear tires, because we have the 911 GT3 Cup car. It's a rear engine, 510 brake horsepower. So yes, you need to control the rear wheels. But then again, you also need to have like the right temperature into your front wheels, because at one stage down the straight, you will turn up at turn 1 and you need to turn in. So it's the last chance to really warm up your tires and prepare yourself for the race.
And of course, we have a second race tomorrow, so it's always difficult to calculate how much risk will you go right after the start. Nobody wants to damage his car. A lot of points to get this weekend. We're going into the formation lap. The camera guys have to leave the grid as well. Send us the pictures out of the grid. On the right side, the yellow and red car. The poleman, Theo Overhouse, last year's rookie champion in the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany. And on second position, Colin Burninghouse. We see spectators on the grandstands. And they all can enjoy now the wonderful sound of the GT3 Cup car. As Robert said, everybody trying to get temperature and pressure into the tires. And Robert, we mentioned that already this morning in qualifying. We are on a different layout than we had been the year before. It's not the international track, it's the GP circuit. That's the track that is also used during the 24 hours here next weekend in Dubai. So it's a bit of more challenging, I would say. Would you say the same?
It's a 5.3 kilometer track. We have 16 turns. It's very flat, but still a lot of blind corners, a lot of hanging corners. So very challenging, as you just said, Eric, and also quite difficult sometimes not to miss the apex. So what we can see here on the formation lap, everyone is trying to get as much heat and temperatures as possible into his car, or basically into the tires. We have 4 pro drivers leading basically the field. There's the first 2 rows with Theo, Overhouse from Germany, Colin Burninghouse from Germany, young fast man from Australia, Jackson Walls in P3, and the youngest driver on the grid, only 16 years of age, Jannis Diak in P4. Then we already from P5 to P10, we have our Pro-Am drivers, and it's good to see Saud Al Saud from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, leading basically the field here. 5th overall, great qualifying. So interesting to see how he will basically manage the next 14 laps. So he's really just next and behind the pro drivers. Ahmed Al-Shehab in P6, Khaled Al-Ahmed in P7. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you said it, Ahmed Al-Shehab, the man who's leading in the Pro-Am class, who had a great season so far. He was a little unlucky, he had a spin in qualifying on his fastest lap. So, well, in the end, it was still a second place in the Pro-Am class, but I'm sure he wanted that pole. And now it's Saud Al Saud who will be the first on the grid in the Pro-Am class. And we're getting ready for racing the Autodrome of Dubai.
It's getting loud here. The lights are on and off we go. The lights are off.
And we are racing.
Good start by Jackson.
Race number 5 in the championship, and a great start from our leader in the championship, Theo Overhouse. And behind him,
Janne is also
Janne, who's trying to attack already Colin Burninghouse. But it seems like he's the better line.
Jackson also had a very good start, so coming from P3 to P2, Janne from 4 to 3, but everything safely through so far. Looking good to me, Eric.
Also in the other classes, absolutely perfect racing so far. And again, Theo Overhouse, this young man really has everything under control. Perfect start, and already made it to do a little gap between him and the man from Australia, who came from 3rd place on the grid. It's Jackson Walls, who is in 2nd position. And, well, we can say the one who lost the start, definitely, who lost places, is Colin Burninghouse, who is only on 4th position now.
And I must say this was a bit of a benefit for Theo because they were basically blocking the front row. Colin's start wasn't too good, but he was blocking basically Jackson and Janne a bit. Both had a better start and both made up positions. Colin dropping back to P4. So this all helped Theo in the front to really kind of disappear. His start was okay, but it was not the best start I have seen of Theo Overhouse.
But it seems like Bashar Madini had a great start,
Yes.
or something happened because he's ahead of Søren Sprang, and Bashar was, well, at the end of the field of the Pro-Am class, and he's now already ahead of him.
Yes. Now Søren is trying to go on to the inside. Will he make it? He's trying to put a move on here, getting the inside spot. Now Bashar is closing.
But we can also see that it's Ahmed Al-Shikhab who is leading the Pro-Am class ahead of Saud Al-Saud, and then it's Søren Sprang against Bashar Madini. They're fighting for third in the Pro-Am class. So must have been a great start from Ahmed Al-Shikhab.
There's always great fighting in the Pro-Am category. So we can see Saud is putting pressure on.
And in the back, it's Bashar Madini who's putting pressure on Søren Sprang. Nice battles in the Pro-Am
mistake
class.
by Theo. Mistake by Theo. He missed that corner. So you see he's obviously pushing. He missed the corner, but he's back. Not losing too much of his lead. But you see it's not too comfortable, Eric. He's there.
No, the
and
train
good
is
job by
together.
Jackson. Very good job by Jackson so far. He now needs to apply the pressure. I mean, I'm super neutral, but I want to see an exciting race.
Absolutely,
I'm
and we
super
can say
neutral.
the young man from Australia, he's 21 years old. He's doing a fantastic job.
Very good. So far, best job since he joined our championship. He only joined after round 1. So he joined us for round 2. And I can see Jackson is really pushing. That's good. Pushing. That's good. He's trying to stay as close as possible to Theo. We have Jan in P3.
Now we see great racing. The whole field is still together. Theo with a little mistake, lost his little gap he had. And this is the fight, the end of the field, for sure, in the AM class. But let's go to the front. We see Theo and the young man from Australia. The four together, and then it's the green and black car of Ahmed Al-Shikhab, who made a little gap to Saud Al-Saud. And here we see the lock-up.
Yeah, lock-up on the inside wheel. It's turn 1. It's a right-hand corner. If you brake too late, you lock up the right inside wheel. So that's not good for the tire. That's not good for the tire wear either. So he needs to kind of manage that very well now. And at the same time, he managed to stay in the lead, to stay in front because of his gap.
That shows how big the gap already was.
And it shows how much he was pushing, because basically he made a mistake under braking. And yeah.
So that does mean more excitement for us. And as we can see, it's Janne Stiak putting now pressure on the Australian guy.
So let's see if we can follow him on board. If that's really good to see this kind of action.
Well, and this is Bashar Madini, and in his back, this should be Khaled Al-Ahmadi.
You can see Theo is pushing, Kai is moving a lot.
And Theo seems to be back in his rhythm. Managed again to make a little gap. Certainly it helps that Jackson Walls is getting pressure from Janne Stiak.
Saud Al-Saud lost 1 position from P5 to P6. And his teammate Khalid Al-Ahmadi, he started P7 and went to P9. So there's Søren Sprang now on P3 in the Pro-Am category with Ahmed Al-Shikhab leading it. You can see Jan is trying to apply some pressure. Let's see at the lap times. Janne Stiak was like 2/10 faster last lap.
Great to see the young guys battling here for second position.
Yeah.
You said it. It's all, we are talking about rookies in the championship.
Yeah, these are our juniors and our rookies. Theo just managed to do the fastest lap, 2:01.7. So he's like 3/10 faster than the guys behind him, like Jackson in P2 and Janne in P3. And then another 2/10 behind is Colin Benninghausen.
And it seems Colin Benninghausen is struggling a little bit. There's already a gap between him and Janne Stiak. Remembering he was second on the grid, had a great qualifying, made big steps. That's what everybody said. From the beginning of the first test day here, coming to the qualifying, and he was really close to the times of the dominant man, Theo Overhouse, but now he's struggling. And even the podium seems to be quite far away right now.
I mean, he can still see the podium. And as long as you're in P4, there's always a realistic chance that somebody would basically, not that I do wish this to anyone, of course, but somebody would have either a technical problem, which hardly is the case. And luckily, with our team and all the operation and a great product from Porsche, I must say, luckily, there's no technical failures anymore. But there can always be like a driver error. There can always be something else happening, especially when maybe Janne starts fighting with Jackson. But it looks like Jackson, when I see sector times, it looks like Jackson is getting faster now. So he was basically driving away 2/10 nearly in the first sector, another 3/10 in the second sector. So
yeah. We're seeing two purple sectors from Theo Overhouse and two personal best sectors from Jackson Walls. These two guys are really fast on their way to the podium.
That's right. So it's the fastest guy on track is leading, and the second fastest is in P2. So this is basically an ideal scenario for them to drive away from the rest of the field, because they're not fighting each other, they're not attacking each other. And Theo is just setting another fastest lap, 2:1.5, so 0:151.
And this is the fight for the victory in the Pro-Am class. What we've seen again Ahmed Al-Shehab leading ahead of Saud Al-Saud and Søren Sprang. In the back of the field, Theo Overhouse, everything under control. Really, after his mistake, he's back in his rhythm, a man on a mission, on his way to his 4th race win of the season. That's quite amazing, the dominant way the young German is racing in this season so far. And you're right, I'm sure Colin Benninghausen still has the podium in front of his eyes, as we see Saud Al-Saud. I'm sure he's trying to attack Ahmed Al-Shehab as well.
They're very close together, these 5 cars, which is nice to see as well. Here we see Cedric Chassan. Oh, Leo Willard fighting with Sebastian Gorga. This is the lead in the AM category. So also these guys are just about to becoming friends here. So let's stay out of trouble, please. Leo is very well protecting his position, defending his position. And oh yeah, Sebastian is coming really close here. Different approach in line, which is possible, especially in this section of the track.
But still, we have to keep in mind track limits is always some kind of topic here. We have race director Chris Norman, who will definitely have an eye on that.
Yeah, Leo was a bit out now, so Sebastian has a good run down the straight now. Leo is going to the right side, which is absolutely fine. So
and he's trying to make a move, as we see the French guy ahead of them. The Frenchman who was last year racing in the AM class is now in the Pro-Am class. That's exactly what you said. You're starting in the AM class, in the ambitious class, as you said. And the more confidence you're able to build up, you have the possibility to climb the wall and you just go to the Pro-Am class where the big guys go.
Yeah, look how they are fighting. So Leo is still ahead of Sebastian. So that's good to see. That's very good and very fair racing in all the categories. And like you just said, Eric, the car is the same. So in here, the only difference is that Sebastian is driving without ABS. So he's basically training and he's practicing himself to really step up to a Carrera Cup anywhere else in the world, like in Germany, where there is no ABS at all. So as I said before, in the AM category, you can decide yourself if you want to use ABS or without ABS. But in the Pro category, or like here in the Pro-Am field, you see South making a move on the inside, nearly.
Seems like.
Yeah, in the number 3 car. So these guys don't have ABS. It's not allowed to use it in the Pro-Am category. Same as anywhere else in the Pro-Am category. So I like
Ahmed was already struggling a little bit with his car.
We've only done 5 laps and it's 14 laps in total. So yeah, if I would be Saud, you just now need to manage your tires and you need to look for your opportunity. And if I would be Ahmed, you just also need to do the same. You need to make sure you manage your tires and try to control the guys behind you.
But I remember he had that spin in qualifying, and it's the same set of tires. Could that be an issue for him right now?
Fair enough. Good point you remember, Eric. So definitely any spin never helps the tires. Any spin, and I think it happened around that section. So if you're spinning or if you're kind of locking up tires, it costs you a lot of tire wear, and it can make your life really difficult in a 14-lap race. Look how close they are together. Søren Sprang is also in a really good position. Basically watching that kind of racing from the front row.
Yeah, we can see Saud is always getting the better line.
Yeah.
He's very aggressive in his style, and definitely seems like Ahmed Al-Shahab is struggling, is fighting a lot with his car.
Saud is looking very good. He's looking very good how he's positioning his car. So it looks like he's monitoring where to make a move, where to basically try. Now he's indicating, you see, he's flashing his lights. He's basically beaming and saying, look, I'm here, I'm there, I'm faster. But on the other hand side, this should not make a driver too nervous.
Seems like Søren Sprang had a little touch with Saud Al-Saud, and is...
Yeah, this is as close racing as it can get. And for example, if you do a mistake, you most likely possibly lose more than 1 position. So this is sometimes quite critical. You try to defend and then you do 1 mistake and you may lose 2 or 3 positions at the same corner at the same time.
And all these guys are fighting also for the title. We see Basha Madini, the Pro-Am champion from last year. And of course, he was not happy with qualifying, but now he has still the chance to grab some very important points. He's just behind Søren Sprang. It's the man with the black and yellow GT3 Cup car. His coach here this weekend is not Christopher Zöchling, who is racing himself. It's the former Super Cup champion, Dylan Pereira. And I'm sure both really want a good weekend here.
And I'm sure Christopher is watching. If he's not in the car right now, he's watching. And I can tell you, normally he's doing my job here in the race, because I'm usually busy being in the paddock or on the grid.
You're so much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you. But I'm looking forward to see Christopher again and helping us out, as he's a good expert and very successful and well-known racing driver. So if you can hear us, big shout out to you. And of course also to Dylan Pereira. Oh, who's that? That looks like Sebastian Gorga.
This is the Italian man from the AM class. So over and out.
I hope there was no contact. I mean, good news, see him walking out of the car is good.
We can't see Leo Willert right now, but
why did he not continue to drive? So there must be an issue with the car. In terms of maybe there was a hit.
And here we see another lockup. Seems like it was Søren Sprang.
Okay.
And again the fight, and it's again Saud Al-Saud
putting
pressure on the outside.
The outside. Can he pull that off? That's a really brave move. And there's less grip on the outside.
But he's still in a good position.
Now he's moving to the other side. Wow.
far from the outside, but he's so much faster than Ahmed Al-Shihab.
I think Ahmed indicated him. I think I saw him indicating that I will stay on the left, and
realizing that he has no chance. Maybe his tires are really done. And so we have a new leader in the Pro-Am class. It's the man who was on pole position, Saud Al-Saud, who was fighting against the man from Kuwait.
Safety car is coming out. Safety car. I see the safety car leaving the pit lane.
So it's still 6 laps to go, and we have the safety car out.
Yes, I see safety car boards. So we have a safety car, which is exciting. First of all, hope everything is okay, but I think they need to get this car out of the way. There's this one car of Sebastian Gorger parked in a very dangerous position. So good call by our race director, by the race call.
And unfortunately, what we see is that Leo Willard seems to be also in pit, so there should have been an incident.
Looks like, from me, without seeing any of the pictures and no judgment at all, there must have been contact, because our 2 AM drivers seem to be out of the race. We saw Sebastian Gorger walking away from his car, while we see an onboard.
That's a big shame, and you already mentioned it. These two guys are starting to get friends. So
yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, maybe that was wrong. Anyway, that's racing.
But I'm not driving. I'm not.
We haven't seen the
cars.
situation, so it's worthless to judge.
Yeah, could be a racing incident, and things like this do happen. But definitely there was damage on both of the cars, because we saw Sebastian Gorger walking away and not driving away in his car, and we have seen on the timing screen, we've seen Leo Willard entering the pit lane.
So we still have 10 GT3 Cup cars. And, well, the good thing is that will be a very exciting finish of that race, because we have all together, and we have seen that all are fighting for every position in that race. And for Theo Overhouse, this means a second time. The gap, the comfortable gap he had, is over. And this is the car of Leo Willard.
Yeah.
Can you see any damages?
On the front right, I think I see a lot of tire wear. So yeah, if you touch with your front right wheel, easily you have some damage on the suspension. And here it looks like, yeah, there's clearly there is on the right hand side, there's clearly damage on the suspension. And I expect the same on the other car, but maybe it's on the rear left on the other car, because I could not see it from the picture when the car was parked. So it could be Leo's right front end and the rear left end of Sebastian. So this car needs to be moved.
But we can't see the rear of the car right now.
Yep.
Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame for
that was good
racing. Who was really fast in qualifying. Who
very good qualifying by Leo, and also a good start and good racing. And we could see that they were fighting basically really closely. But both drivers are out of the car safe, and the damage doesn't look too bad, but still bad enough not to continue to race. It still looks bad enough that none of the drivers is able to continue driving and racing here. And
but the main thing is we have another race tomorrow. So
yes, again,
we will see both cars. I'm sure we will see both cars again tomorrow on the grid.
Tomorrow's qualifying will define the grid positions. In some championships, this would mean your grid position for tomorrow is starting last and second last. But in our case, there's another qualifying tomorrow. So the good news, it's important to test the car, to get confidence again, but also to qualify. Look, he's looking at the left. I think I'm assuming the right thing. So, yep.
So hopefully the marshals will get that car soon off the track, because we for sure want to see racing. We want to see continuing that very exciting race. Everybody still waving around, keeping the tire pressure, the temperature, and then it's we will see how Theo Overhouse, who really did such an amazing job so far this season, how he will go through this restart.
Yeah, it's also part of racing. I mean, as long as nothing serious is happening, it's part of racing to now stay focused, kind of use it for a little break, but stay focused, keep the tires alive and warm, like we see here Ahmed Al-Shehab.
And I'm sure he's happy about the safety car right now. When he has problems with his tires, then this is some kind of benefit for him.
Yes, I mean, different ways to look at it. Sometimes when I was leading a race and there was a safety car, then you're super angry because everything looks like under control and you never know what's happening. But some other times when you struggle with your car, you're happy for every lap you don't need to drive.
That's
because
right.
it shortens your race.
Yeah, but what we haven't seen is that Ahmed Al-Shehab is ahead again of Saud Al-Saud, who already overtook him. We haven't seen that. So it's Ahmed Al-Shehab who is again leading in the Pro-Am class. So he's on 5th overall.
The flashing lights are still on, so this was also communicated yesterday in the driver's briefing by Chris Norman, our race director. It's important for the restart, it's all single file, which means one car after the other, not next to the other. There's no overtaking that will be allowed before you cross like the start and finish line. And definitely there's also always some chance for an error, like a driver error during safety car. So there's no overtaking, yellow flags out everywhere. No overtaking is allowed unless the safety car is gone from the track. So let's see, lights are still on. But maybe this is, I think this is where they're now working on recovering the car. Yes, they are. Work is carried out. And I hope, and I also do believe and think we will get to see some laps of racing after this one.
We are lap 9 of 14. This first race of the weekend here at the Dubai Autodrome. It's the 3rd race weekend of the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East. And of course, we are also looking forward to, let's say, 2 of the highlights. I mean, if there are really highlights, I mean, we have so many spectacular venues. You're traveling with the championship, but then coming to Bahrain with the Formula One and to Jeddah again with Formula One. I guess for every driver and also for you, just a wonderful platform.
Yes, always. But I must really say, if you are in Dubai, if you're here for holiday, or if you want to come and see us, we're doing this all over again tomorrow. That's a lovely setup here. It really is a nice kind of event, festival atmosphere, seeing great road cars, Porsche sports cars, and enjoying a race. So for any petrol head, perfect weather conditions. I mean, this is why a championship like that happens in wintertime compared to all the other racing that is not happening in Europe in wintertime due to the, basically, I mean, I'm Austrian. We have snow, we have minus whatever degrees right now. So here in the Middle East, we have like a perfect platform, we have a perfect environment, really great tracks, facilities to train and race basically in a safe environment. This needs to be said, really. And this is what all these young guys do and also all the Pro-Am drivers do. Like Søren Sprang, he was already a Carrera Cup champion in the Pro-Am category, as I said before. Ahmed Al-Shehab, who was 2nd in the German Carrera Cup in the Pro-Am standings. Then Theo Overhouse, who is leading the field here in the yellow DHL car. He was a rookie champion in Germany. So you see they're coming here to train, to keep racing, keep driving, keep preparing themselves for any upcoming challenge once the weather is getting better in Europe. So this is something that we also are very well known. And Jackson coming from Australia, you know. Last year we had Harry Jones here, who won the race, our Australian driver in the Porsche Mobile One Super Cup. So definitely, I can see the lights are still on, but definitely this is the best kind of training and racing you can get at this time of the year.
Yeah, and as you said, we have tomorrow one more race and we have a double header. So it's not too far away from here. We are in Abu Dhabi next weekend. So if you have the chance to come to Abu Dhabi, it's always worth it. And the Yas Marina circuit, well, no words are needed. It's also an absolutely amazing venue. And then we will see these guys racing again, round 4 next weekend.
Yeah, it's back-to-back, so we had 2 test days already this week, leading into the racing weekend. There will be 2 days off, then all the logistic goes from here to Abu Dhabi, which is only like an hour away, so that's more an easy job compared to our other movements in the region. And then there will be 2 test days again at Abu Dhabi Yas Marina circuit, followed by 2 races. So it's an important phase also in the championship. So for everyone who is doing the championship here, and no matter in which category, this is where the big points are, like on this weekend, today and tomorrow, and next weekend.
Yeah, but so far it seems that Theo Overhouse can increase his gap, his lead in the championship. He's already 24 points ahead of Janez Diak, the young man from Germany. Janez Diak in 3rd position so far. And we are still waiting for the lights to go out.
Let's see, I think the safety car is gone.
It's already gone, so we will see the restart now.
Theo
Overhouse is already with the pedal to the metal. He's the one who is restarting this race again. And he made it perfectly fine. Seems like he has already made a little gap between his car and the man from Australia.
And we've seen the green flag, and here's the line. From here onwards, overtaking is allowed. So that was well done by all the drivers, single file.
It's Janez Diak, maybe trying to make a move. No.
Oh, we still have 3 laps to go. But Jan is in a very good and very comfortable position now. And he's also applying pressure. You can see him applying pressure to Jackson.
And look in the back, it's Ahmed.
Oh, there was a little touch.
Ahmed Al-Shehab, who is right in the back of Colin Burninghouse. He made a real big gap to the other guys in the Pro-Am category. He must just have a perfect restart. He's leading. Okay, then we see the man from Australia, Jackson Walls, Janez Diak in 3rd, Colin Burninghouse, and then it's already Ahmed Al-Shehab with a huge gap to the man who is behind, and this seems to be Søren Sprang.
It is Søren Sprang, yes. There's a huge gap, and there was something going on also because I see the 2 Saudi cars close to each other, and Saud Al Saud is basically, or was dropping back 1, 2, 3, 4 positions. He's now trying to attack.
Trying to gain 1 position back. But it's Bashar Madini who is in 3rd position now in the Pro-Am class. And here we see a lockup by Saud Al Saud. That's when his teammate Khaled Al Ahmadi could overtake him. Here we have the man from the Saudi racing team.
I'm just reading in our app that there is a 5-second time penalty for car number 40, Janez Diak, that will be applied after the race for a false start. So that means a start that was wrongly performed, like wrongly performed in the grid box. So what
and that will drop it back quite a lot, because the cars are all so close together.
After this safety car now, it will drop him many, many positions. And it would bring Colin Burninghouse on the podium.
And we see Colin Burninghouse. He is flashing his lights, trying to get that 3rd position on the track.
Now he's pushing and fighting for this 3rd position, and most likely he does not know about the 5-second penalty.
Well, but as I said, maybe he wants to do it on the track.
Of course, that's always the best thing to do. So he's a bit on fire in his fire car, in the white and orange GT3 Cup car for his Fire Racing team. Now he lost a bit of the front grip, while Theo Overhouse is controlling the gap. And also Jackson, to me, looks quite comfortable in P2, which would be his best result ever since he joined our championship at the last event for round 2. So big progress, really, for the young man from Australia. And good comparison also to Theo, the rookie champion from Germany. Janne is pushing, of course. Not too sure if he knows about his 5-second penalty. But if I look at the time screen, it would drop him 6.5 seconds, would drop him somewhere like Bashar Madini is, where Bashar Madini is in P7. So depending on the lap times, the next 1 or 2 laps.
That's a big setback for the young man from Germany.
Yeah, also for the championship, because it would mean less points in the championship. And
now seems like Jackson Walls was struggling a little bit.
As much as these guys love to race, they also love to collect big points. So the trophy is nice, but the points are more important for the championship.
So we are in lap 13, and yeah, just amazing the job that Theo Overhouse is showing us here. And Janus Diak tries to still put pressure on Jackson Walls. And in the Pro-Am class, we can say it's quite a big step again for Ahmed Al-Shekhab with another victory here.
So including the safety car, we're racing like 32 minutes now, so that's quite a long cup race.
Well, I'm sure all the spectators enjoy our show here. Seen great racing so far.
Look, here's Søren, he's defending.
This is Søren Sprang.
Yeah, he's defending.
Against Basha Madini.
This is for P2 in this race. Outside for Basha now. Can he make it outside? Søren is on the inside. So very well protecting himself. Basha is so close, so he's there. So he's on the inside now. If he makes a move, yes, he's on the brake. Very good. No lockup, no lockup. And looks like a clear overtake, but Søren is not giving up, so they're next to each other.
Back.
Wow.
Great
That's
racing.
close and great racing, absolutely. So now the line, the advantage of the line would be for Basha, so he just needs to make sure he doesn't... Yeah, he gets the braking right, and he was a bit too late. This is really nice and close racing. Wow.
And absolutely fair racing.
Yes, this is what we all want to see, and also where the race director is happy. But we're going into the last corner.
This was already the last lap.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this was a really amazing, exciting fight.
We were so excited by the fight, so well done by Søren. Fight. And the overall winner, of course, Theo. He was not in the picture when he crossed the line because of that fight. So big shout out and congrats to Theo and
But
Jackson.
here we have him. Here we have the winner of this race. Theo Overhouse, his 4th victory in 5 races. An amazing job. Ahead of Jackson Walls. Congratulations also to the man from Australia. And Colin Böninghausen will be 3rd. As we heard about the penalty for Janus Diak. And again, amazing race in the Pro-Am class. Ahmed Al-Shekhab with another victory, and then this fight between Søren Sprang and Basha Madini in the very last lap with the better end for the German in the Team GP Elite car, the yellow and blue car. Søren Sprang on 2nd position, the Pro-Am, and on 3rd it's Basha Madini, last year's champion. Well, that was exciting racing until the very end. We even missed the checkered flag for the winner.
Yes, the safety car made it exciting. I mean, it was very controlled. Look at now collecting pickup. You see how much sand is there. It's really dusty, and yeah, once you leave the racing line, there's not much grip left. But what I'm trying to say here is that Theo Overhouse had to work for this victory, because the start was okay. I would say a medium, but definitely he could stay in the front. He could control the race. He felt the pressure from Jackson. Definitely he felt the pressure from Jackson Walls, but at the same time Jackson also felt the pressure mostly and mainly from Janus Diak.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see that he had that lockup, he had that mistake, Theo, and still managed to get back into the rhythm, stayed safe, controlled the race. I mean, he's only 18 years old.
So let's get all these cars back into the pit lane, and then we are looking forward to see some hopefully happy faces, and hopefully some drivers getting out of their cars and shaking hands with their mechanics and teams. Thanks to all the teams, by the way. It's good. We're here together. Everyone is doing an amazing job. So the cars are always not just only looking good, they're also performing very good. So well done. And looks like race number 5 is in the books. There's race number 6 coming up tomorrow with a separate qualifying. So the order can be totally different tomorrow after qualifying. And especially Pro-Am was exciting as well, with Ahmed Al-Shehab in P4 overall after Janez Diak receiving a penalty, which made him P5 overall. Then with Søren Sprang in P6 overall, Bashar Mardini P7, Saud Al-Saud in P8. So I'm sure we will see a result on the screen soon.
And here we have the result. As you said, it's Theo Overhouse, Robert, who did an amazing job. He's winning his 4th race this season ahead of Jackson Walls on the 2nd position. Colin Bönninghausen is completing the podium. And on 4th overall, Ahmed Al-Shehab, the man from Kuwait, who is the winner in the Pro-Am class with this. And now we're looking forward to seeing all these great race drivers here on the podium. And as you mentioned, we will have a qualifying again tomorrow at 10:50 local time. Here we see he can be happy, he can be proud of what he achieved. This is the winner. This is Theo Overhouse, the young man who was racing in the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany last season. The rookie champion in the championship there. And he's on a really good way. He's on a mission. He wants to win that title of the Porsche Carrera Cup Middle East. The very first one, wants to be in the history books with that. And there we see also the guys that were fighting in the Pro-Am class, like Bashar Mardini and Khaled Al-Ahmadi. We have to find out what really happened between the two cars from Saudi racing. We'll do some interviews, and for sure when we'll be back tomorrow for qualifying, we will have some quotes and some chats with these guys who gave us a good show today. And I'm sure we will see great racing again tomorrow. The race starts tomorrow at, let me see, 2 o'clock local time. So -3 hours in Central Europe.
Søren is happy. Bashar looks
he's happy. He's on the podium.
Colin is happy. Theo is happy. So good to see many happy faces. Well done, boys. If you can hear us down there, well done. Good racing. Definitely tomorrow. Focus on the qualifying again. And now it's time to go to the podium. Yes, that's the call. We will see them upstairs hopefully soon in a minute. So if you want to stay online, we will be happy because we have lots of happy faces in our Pro category, Pro-Am category. We will also talk about our local category, the GCC category. So
yeah, we will all see them now on the podium, and maybe we have a little quick chat with our winner to hear what he says about that race, that spectacular race that he could win one more time here in this championship. So, Robert, thank you very much. We will hear us again tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Eric, and it's your job now to take care of the podium ceremony.
I'll give my best, my friend.
It's my job to shake some hands now and say well done to the drivers and welcome them here on the podium. Thank you for watching. Thank you, everyone on site here, for joining the event. Please stand by or ideally come back tomorrow. Thank you, Eric. And
thank you, Robert. And we are seeing the drivers are already arriving here because the commentary booth is right next to the podium. So we will start the podium just in a couple of hours. almost ready for the ceremony after great racing here at the Autodrome of Dubai. What a race! And all the drivers are already in our commentary booth, just waiting for the sign that we start the ceremony. And yeah, please put your hands all together for great racing here with this lovely venue. The sun is still shining, great racing here. And the trophies are waiting for its winners. So we are ready. Please come together here at the ceremony, for the ceremony of this first race here at the weekend in Dubai. We have also guests from Porsche here. Manfred Breunel, good to see you here. Also Markus Peter. And we're starting with the overall classification. Third in a very exciting race. It's Colin Bönninghausen from Germany. Put your hands together. Colin, great racing. Another podium for the young man from Germany. In second position, from Australia, Jackson Walls. Jackson, also great racing from you. And the winner, one more time. Seems like he wants to be all the time on the top spot here on the podium. It's Theo Overhouse. Congratulations. So he's also the rookie winner, that's for sure. But we want to also have one of the GP Elite team who was the most successful. So please come together. So this was a little bit early with the national anthem. Nevertheless, great success of Theo Overhouse. Congratulations to that man, and it's time to present the trophies. It's Dr. Manfred Breunel, the CEO of Porsche Middle East and Africa, the trophy for the winner from Germany, Theo Overhouse. And please, Markus Peter, Marketing Director of Porsche Middle East and Africa, please present the trophy for second, Jackson Walls. And Mr. Victor Dalmau, the Chief Operating Officer, Al Nabadur, please present the trophy for our third, Colin Bönninghausen. And of course, we have a rookie winner. As I mentioned, he's already on the podium. So another trophy. Walter, please present it to Theo Overhouse. And of course, okay, so congratulations one more time. Gentlemen, stand all together for the photographers to have the picture of the day. Congratulations one more time, and we continue with our Pro-Am class. Congrats, Theo. In third position in the Pro-Am class. Great racing on, let's say, his home track. He lives only 15 minutes away from here. Bashar Madini. And he really has reason to smile. Great racing, great fighting on track. In second position, it's Søren Sprang. And the winner, one more time. Amazing job by Ahmed Al-Shehab. Congratulations. And now it's time for the winning team. We want to see him on the podium as well. GP Elite. Well, it's nice to see all the colors on the podium, and please, Manfred Breunel, present the trophy again for the winner, for Ahmed Al-Shehab. Congrats for the man from Team Kuwait. And Markus Peter, please present the trophy to Søren Sprang. And Victor Dalmau for third, Bashar Madini. Congrats, guys, please come together for the photographers. Ah, and Robert, there's one more trophy left. So, of course, the winning team, a big applause, put your hands together for GP Elite. And we're coming to our next category. It's the GCC, our local championship. Third position, it's Khaled Al-Ahmadi from Saudi Racing. Congratulations. In second position, the man who was on pole position, his teammate, Saud Al-Saud, also from Saudi Racing. Congrats. And we see him again with a trophy for the winner. It's Ahmed Al-Shehab from Kuwait Racing. Congratulations. And please, Manfred Breunel, the CEO for the victory man in the GCC, please present the trophy to Ahmed Al-Shehab. Markus Peter is presenting the trophy for Saud Al-Saud. And Victor Dalmau for Khaled Al-Ahmadi. So come together for a picture, and then please all the drivers and the man from GP Elite, please come all together. Great job, thanks everybody. And maybe Theo, let's do for the live streaming. Let's have a quick chat with him because I see our cameraman is still here. And after that amazing race, let's have a quick check. Theo, congratulations one more time. I said it, fourth victory in the fifth race. Bring us a little bit through it, because it was not so easy after you had that little mistake, after you already had that gap.
Yeah, I had a really good start. First lap went very well for me, but then after the first lap, first corner, I wanted too much. Tires were not there, and then I had a massive lock-up. But for my luck, there was a good runoff, so I gave the advantage back, and then everything was fine. I had the race under control. Pace was really good, and yeah, I'm quite happy.
And you were also able to control everything after the restart. Again, a crucial moment.
Yeah, restart was really tough because safety car was doing very slow this time. I didn't experience that before. So tires were very cold and dirty, so we all were like on ice on the restart. So I did also a little mistake on the last corner, but for everybody it was the same, so it doesn't feel so uncomfortable for me.
Congratulations, and see you tomorrow. Thank you, Theo. Okay, thanks everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow with more racing here at the Dubai Autodrome. See you there.